Hello, lady. We are going to do your personal monthly direction reading. So we're going to start with the core frequency of the month of July. Okay, so the core frequency for the month of July is all about progress and movement forward. Specifically with you, this is about your routines. This is about due diligence. This is about putting in effort to make things easier for yourself. Establishing a foundation that you can work from that is easily repetitive on a daily basis. So really this is about creating a space where you can work more from success and with more balance than where you have been. Okay? Sacred time for yourself during the day. Journaling, whatever it may be, even operation with yourself, with your kids, all the things. Get yourself a routine. This month, I feel like for you is a really big month on organization. Getting calendars set. Having yourself more organized to take away the stress of constantly trying to have to remember everything and having everything lined out so that you have time for yourself, you know what you're doing with the kids, everything is organized, everything is planned out, right? So this month for you is all about needing to set the routines. So what is emerging this month for you? So this month is all about your passions and progress and movement in a forward momentum, okay? So what's emerging for you has a lot to do with things coming forward that are going to supply you with more stability and harmony. The other thing that's going to be big for you this month is new opportunities coming to the forefront that you may not have thought about or even thought of exploring before in the past. So this is almost like a complete realignment, not 100% like taking over everything, but definitely 100% a new alignment to bring in more opportunity for yourself on a lot of different levels. I don't even feel like this is just strictly work related. I feel like abundantly there may be something added to the table that may help financially, but I feel like this is like opportunities to shift and move and get you into a place of more balance, right? So opportunities coming to the forefront of new things to create more harmony and balance in your life, okay? I feel like there's going to be quite a few things here where you're going to kind of have to take a leap of faith into the direction you are getting, not, I wouldn't say pushed to, but the direction of which things are appearing, okay? This is your lesson of the month, the big one, the Fool. The Fool is always about taking the leap of faith into new arenas, into new adventure, into new opportunities that you may not have done before. So stay open and receptive to new things coming forward that puts you in some sort of new endeavor that you may have not thought of before. So with that, what is closing this month? Conflict. The thing that is closing is conflict, especially with deceptive conflict. So anything that's coming in that's trying to keep you from that alignment of where you're needing to be, this is coming to an end this month. And what it's doing is it's coming to an end in order for cycles to unleash that are going to be in a much more positive, like luck-driven, abundant direction for yourself, right? Because we already saw that. New opportunities coming forward. So what's leaving is all of the conflict. What's coming forward is going to be more luck and balance on your side and a cycle change for destiny being in a much more positive direction. So let's look into it deeper of what these opportunities are that are actually going to come forward. We got a lot of them. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so when we're talking about opportunities coming forward, this is about a lot more joy and balance for yourself. But it's also taking recognition for yourself in opportunities that you actually put in more balance and time into doing things where you feel like you are being validated for what you can do. I'm not saying necessarily on the fact of like you're not receiving that now, but I definitely feel like there's something else that it's like kind of in the hiding where you feel like I'm being ignored in this specific arena of my talents and abilities. Okay, something with that's going to pop off and come forward where you're going to be more recognized for what you can do versus where you feel like maybe that's been squashed over time. Secondly, a lot of balance, okay? A lot of balance is going to start coming forward because there has a lot to do with you focusing more on gratitude. What did we talk about yesterday? The focus on gratitude is actually going to bring in more balance for you because it's going to put you in a more positive space. With that too, stability, okay? A lot more stability, a lot more authority role in your movement forward. Now with this too comes in a lot of balance for the need of abundance, okay? When you're in that more gratitude given state, when you start shifting into a more positive looking mindset with everyday life, you're going to see where things start adjusting and shifting to where they start naturally just attracting those things to you because you start looking for them more, right? But this also has a lot to do with using your intuition, using your talents and abilities with your intuition. And what's happening with that is that the conflicts that have been standing in the way of being able to utilize that are going to be disappearing so that you have the opportunity to see what that looks like in order to get in alignment with more happiness and abundance for yourself. Not only that, it's also a lot about your family too, okay? Now, with that being said, don't negate making decisions, okay? Don't negate making decisions. Don't think, oh, everything's comfortable and hunky-dory where I'm at right now. I don't need to change anything. The opportunities start arising. You need to seriously contemplate them. And you seriously need to make some decisions on how you're going to use the information coming forward. Because that has a lot to do with collaborations that are going to come forward. That is going to build you in a new direction. It's going to put you somewhere where you have more passion and abilities to use, but it's also opportunity that's going to be very successful for you long term. Okay? So, with that being said, stay open to receptiveness of new things coming forward. That could open the door for you in other ways that you have not seen possible before. Let's look at anything as far as friction and bottlenecks that could be coming through this month to cause a little bit of a disruption. Okay, so the bottlenecks and the friction this month is going to be a lot about your planning and choices. But I feel like the planning and choices part, we got the devil card here. So the restrictions, the, implementation of distraction, all kinds of things are going to come in to try and deter you from making choices for your forward movement. Okay. Now, the other thing, this is going to challenge your faith. Okay. Am I in a space where I can fully embrace who I actually am? Or am I still kind of hiding because I'm not sure how receptive people are going to be to maybe the change of path that I'm thinking of, okay? The other thing too, watch your ambition and focus. This is a big one. And I feel like there has to do something with a man with this, okay? Where it's going to distract you from your ambition and your focus going forward, when really you need to be focusing on where the alignment is with your children and also where you want to be with what that looks like, okay? I feel like there's going to be someone implemented into your life man-wise, not the right person, definitely a distraction and sending you off in a totally different trajectory than where you actually need to be. Keep that in mind, okay? Now we're going to do a 5-pillar scan. We're going to look at self, relationships, career, money, and spiritual, and what you need to know in each area. So first up, we're going to do self. One card for self. One card for self. So this is all about really getting into your intuition, really getting into your divine feminine of who you are, what your abilities are, what you can bring forward, and really trusting your intuition to nurture not just yourself, but other people around you. Like almost putting a purposeful action into play that you may have not ever thought of doing before. Again, I feel like that's a big thing. In terms of relationships, what do you need to know for in terms of relationships this month? Deception. I can't make this up. Remember I said, be mindful of anything coming in for friction and bottlenecks. And what's the first thing I get in relationships? Deception. Watch for someone coming in, trying to throw you off, distracting you, whatever it may be. Okay? It is a deceptive play coming in to do exactly that. Play some deceptive games and get you off path. When it comes to career, what do you need to know? Overthinking, anxiety, worrying about it. Okay, so when it comes to career, watch the anxiety and the overwhelm coming in as far as what your movement looks like. Because there is a big part that you are nurturing this month that's going to take you in a different direction, I feel. That is part of the journey movement forward. And while you may be in comfort zone right now, the anxiety and fear of you thinking about doing something new or lighting something new is going to really affect how this shows up for yourself. So if you can put the anxiety and stress on check and really think more about, okay, where is my soul alignment? Where's my purpose? What do I need to be aligning with to get to the next level of where I actually want to be? And I feel like this has a lot to do with what we talked about with your balance mapping, where it was like your soul and your life path aren't quite matching up yet. And I feel like there's a lot of information that's going to come forward where you're going to start nurturing that direction and what that looks like going forward. What do you need to know about money? Apparently a lot. Apparently a lot. Holy Lord. Are we working on some money blocks? I have a feeling. Okay, so you need to find contentment and gratitude and more positivity currently when it comes to money, and being grateful for what it is that you currently have in the current time. Now, with your money, there's going to be something that's going to come in that's going to require you to take a leap of faith in a different direction, which is all about closure and releasing into somewhere different for yourself that evolves around your finances. With this is going to be something that you're going to invest in for your own growth, that is going to focus 100% on your intuitiveness and your intuitive abilities. Okay? Now, with this being said too, watch where your energy is going as far as your negativity, and I feel like this is resonating. Left back pain, grief, loss, fear of losing financial stability. There's a money block we need to work on, and I'm going to mark that down because that's going to be part of our program. Watch where your emotions are driving your finances, especially with blocks of staying open to opportunity. Now, with this being said, with money too, this is about really strengthening where your passion is, okay? So really putting in vision into this too. So it's building to me, the way that this looks is that your finances are going to start building around purpose more than just everyday work. Okay, because this is about getting into your own energy and your own power for money to survive and or come forward in a much more stronger place. But like, there is a restriction and fear around your abundance. There is definitely restrictions and fear around your abundance, a lot of anxiety that's there as well. So this is about aligning with something that is a lot more joyful for you and has the opportunity to bring the finances with it. Not only that, with legacy and stability moving forward, and the opportunities are going to present even if you've been romanticizing about them. Say you are daydreaming about what your life really want it to look like, how you want it to function, all the things. That's not going to be a thing anymore. It's actually going to come in form of physical reality, okay? Now, watch where you feel like you are being massively conflicted, especially with the information coming forward, okay? Because this is a time where you're going to have to make those decisions of feeling like, okay, am I going to let fear run the show here, or am I going to step out of that energy and allow something within myself to start dictating what that actually looks like and how I'm moving forward, okay? With this, security and stability and harmony. The fear of hardship or loss or needing more support. That's another thing that's coming up with this. But this is all about living your truth. This is about your expansion and progress. This is about your ability and being able to stay balanced. This is about recognition for what you want. And this is about the power of manifestation coming into reality. So your money is going to start following what your manifestations are, but we got to get the money blocks out of the way first so that you're not standing in a space of just analyzing the finances, but you're standing in a space of trust that the alignment is going to bring the money with it. That's a lot. We will work on that. Okay. Then we're going to look into what you need to know spiritually. So on a spiritual stand front, you're in a new cycle. You're getting ready to start a new cycle. A lot of things are going to be ending this month. New things are going to be coming forward, especially around your ambition, your focus, and where you're going with your energy in the direction that actually feels worthwhile pursuing, okay? The other thing, too, is watch your disconnection with your spirituality, okay? Because I feel like you're not fully in the energy of where you're fully trusting intuitively, right? Where you're seeing the signs and trusting the signs. There's almost like a disconnection between what you're receiving and allowing it to actually like integrate and see the full picture happening. And I feel like this has a lot to do, this is just my intuitive sense on this, too much 3D, not enough 5D. Meaning you are so grounded in worry of the 3D reality that you're forgetting there is a whole spiritual component to everything that you just kind of negate only when it's important or you need to use it versus when it should be part of every day, okay? So we're going to talk about your power moves for the month. So what are 3 aligned actions that you need to take? Three aligned actions Amanda needs to take. Got 1. Got 2. Got 4. We're going to go with it. So, growth. 3 aligned actions for this. We got 4. Okay, so the 4 aligned actions for this month. Growth. Focus on growth and movement forward. Okay. Specifically, like walking away from things that are not producing growth for you anymore, where you're feeling really stagnant or things are lacking. The other thing is really looking at where you want your legacy built, where you want your stability to be. Are you comfortable where you are, or do you feel like you need different change in order for you to align more purposefully with what that legacy and what that stability looks like? The other thing, your faith needs to come forward. Your faith is upside down, especially with belief in faith. So this is another thing you need to start working on, is more connective time to divine, to the energy, to all of the things, because with that comes the opportunities of prosperity in the direction you're actually needing to go with the opportunities coming forward for you. But your faith is being kind of like at the moment. We need to fix that so that all of this starts aligning in the direction that it needs to. One thing you need to stop immediately. Your focus on wealth. Specifically, your focus on wealth that is not aligned with your knowledge and your abilities to create wealth for yourself. So you need to stop the thought process that just because I'm good at something doesn't mean I can't make money at it. Or just because I'm talented in this area or I have the ability to do this, it's never going to bring in enough money. That is something you need to stop immediately. Okay? So your beliefs around your knowledge being able to create abundance for you needs to drastically shift. Okay? What is one belief you need to shift? Partnerships and love. So one belief that you need to shift is with partnerships and love, and understanding that connection can actually happen that is going to be supportive and balanced. Not self-sacrificing, just bring me anything, anyone, any type of love. You need to start really focusing on the manifestation of the type of person that you want, right? Not the actual person, not calling in somebody because you think they would be balanced for you. Like I always say, make your divine person list. List all of the things that are important for you. If it's looks, if it's appearance, if it's their behavior, their interactions, what they're accepting, what they're not accepting of, all of the things. You need to start putting your list together of like your ultimate person. Do it. It works. An affirmation you need to focus on for the month. And I'm going to switch decks because I have, what do I want to use for this? Let's do this. We're going to switch this up a minute. We're going to do, instead of just an affirmation and a journal prompt, I want to do 2 divine messages that you need for the month. And we got them already. That was fast. That was a lot faster. Now we gotta get this deck. I love it, but it's so hard to navigate because it's so huge. I know you've got the same one. Okay. Actually, no, we've got 5. It looked like it was only 2. Okay. 200. Good luck. Make your future, make your own fortune in life. Make your own fortune in life. You have been working hard in life. Sometimes it's necessary to expect good things to come out of that, not just more hard work. Your angels want to send you that lucky break, the big opportunity and the moment of respite, but you have to believe it's coming. Visualize what you want so badly, even if it's frightening to admit what it is. Sit and ponder what life would look like when you get it. I can't make this stuff up, right? 833, the long game. This is a journey. Your angels are encouraging you to have faith in divine timing. The new balanced habits you're forming are not temporary. They are meant to be implemented for the rest of your journey on this earth plane. Reflect on how your mindset can shift to better accommodate your new routines. Let go of any timeline you may have that is not attached to better habits you've gained recently. Things will play out as they should. Again, remember we said getting organized, getting things in plan, creating that sacred routine, doing all the things. Implementation of routine that's going to benefit you long term. 955, romantic relationships. Reconfigure your loving connections. You are being asked to change up your way of doing things in romance. Whether you are single or in a relationship, your angels would like you to take today and reflect and reconfigure how you go about connecting with others. Give yourself a hug right now and feel the love you have within abundantly flowing throughout your body and soul. Remember I said, really think differently about relationships. 924, farewell. Look fondly on what was. It's okay to look back on the past with a thankful heart. Your angels see that you are letting go of things that once served you well, and they remind you that it's necessary to do so. Take a few moments now and connect with your angels as you visualize their loving light surrounding you. Send your angels and yourself gratitude as you let go of the past. The healing work we're about ready to do, right? 700. Originate. Your thoughts create your reality. There is bravery in wanting something in life. It can lead to disappointment, but your angels want you to take that chance. What is it that you actually want? They are sending energy to you so as to manifest your desires in your life. Your work today is to want something. Write a closely held desire on a piece of paper and put the paper somewhere safe, such as a bedside drawer. Create your manifestations. What do you actually want? Okay? I feel like this is all full circle. Are you listening? All right, I'm going to do one more final poll. This is going to be divine insight that you currently need. Divine messages. What is the divine message for Amanda today? So the first thing that's out is collaboration, okay? You need to collaborate in order to nurture yourself, okay? So I feel like this is a nurturing of your abilities and what you're doing moving forward, okay? So taking that as a really strong sign that collaboration is definitely the direction you need to go this month for, I feel like, furthering your education and furthering your advancement with yourself. The other thing too is the burdens and responsibilities. It's almost like it weighs too heavy on you where you feel like you can't get into that space of actually truly desiring what you want. But it's more about taking the time and patience with it for your growth to see the growth actually happening. Okay? So with that being said, this is all about kind of taking back that leadership role, again, with your knowledge that's going to lead to abundance. Okay, so knowledge is power this month is what they're telling you. The more education you can get, the better. So start pursuing anything you're finding interest in. Not anything, but you know what I mean. Things that are interesting things that are interesting to you to expand yourself further. Now, the other thing, don't let the fear trump trying something new, okay? This is about building yourself and your intuition to the level that it needs to be. This is also creating your reality with the vision you actually want, which is going to lead to more joy and balance for yourself. It is going to open doors of pathways for you to study and get into other arenas. But remember, keep the innocence of creation within yourself. Don't feel like because life is so serious, I can't like find fun time to do things. That's part of the creation process. That childlike nature, reset, get out of the constant fear of like nervous system deregulation. Get out and have more fun with that. But this is a big awakening for you this month. Huge, 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 huge in unlocking who you truly are at your core. So there you go. Your month of July is going to be very an interesting pathway that you are going to start walking into other things. Okay. If you have any questions, drop me a message below. But I think we're good. This is all aligning pretty accurately, right? All right, lady. Have a good day.